Welcome to the program. My name is Catherine Mwangi. This is What's Your Story on KTN Home. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Our guest is a young woman. She's only 29. Well, I just discovered that now, so I called her a baby and she was shocked. But she reached out to me on Instagram, and I always said to you people, we respond to your inquiries on our social media platforms, and she was willing to share her story. And so the day and time has come today. She is Sharlet Kamzungu, and she's a burn survivor warrior and also a photographer by profession, amongst many other things. Yeah. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this.
Yeah. Yeah, so you reached out, you had a story you wanted to share. So first, that was very bold and courageous of you, willing to share your story with others.
Yes.
What did you want your story to achieve in sharing it?
For me personally, I have lived in my own cocoon for a very long time. And I think this was just the right time. This was the set time for me to just come out, because I have always wanted to come out, but I just didn't know how.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but recently I thought, you know what? As much as I'm always motivating other burn survivors, and I'm always behind my cocoon, I think this is just the right time to just tell out my story, because all these things sum up to who Sharlet is.
Yes.
So if I don't get to share it, if I fear, you know what fear does?
Yeah.
Fear just keeps you in a place where you don't even want to be. So I thought, you know what do I lose? I want to tell my story. I want to encourage someone. Yes. So I thought, no, let me just do this.
Thank you for picking our program to share it. Really, we are honored for it. We really are.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what's your story, Sharlet?
So back in 1992, my mom had gone to work, and I had a big sibling. She was called Eve.
Older than you?
Yes, older than me with 6 years, and I was 2. So this incident happened. My dad had just come home for lunch, and he had just stepped out. Just the way, you know, you will want a break. You've come home, and the kids are with the house manager, the domestic manager, and now he just stepped out to go to the duka shop.
Yeah.
Coming back, you know, 10 minutes coming back, the house is on flames.
How?
How? Our story is a mystery, because the only person who can tell this is our domestic manager. Unfortunately, she fled the scene, you know. She said that what she was doing, she was trying to add paraffin to a stove that was still on. But you see, let's now try and try to, you know, reason it out.
Yes.
She will have been the first one to, you know,
burn
the burn, you know,
yes,
because once the stove is up on flames, it actually gets you first.
Right.
Yeah, but she didn't get burned. My sister actually succumbed to burns just upon getting to hospital, and I sustained a 3rd degree. I will really call it a mystery, because no one understands. It's only her who can tell us what happened. But
did your dad make it a police case?
My parents were just overwhelmed. They were honestly overwhelmed.
And you were 2 years old?
Yes.
You were in hospital for a year?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And they lost a home as well?
Yes, 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 yes.
And that woman has never resurfaced?
No.
Or no one knows where she is?
No. I think for them, they just said, Apo, that's where people say, tunamwachia
leave
Mungu.
it to God.
Yes, yes. So now my story as now growing up as a survivor, because now I found myself this way, you know. I don't actually have pictures. My parents didn't really take any pictures that they will pinpoint and say, so this is you when you were young. So I've really grown up this way with scars. Actually, I used to be quite white because of now how the skin was. So it started changing, I think, day by day, year by year.
Yeah, restoring the color.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, because I was all white. So you could.
Your whole body?
Yeah.
Was it painful?
Honestly, I don't remember.
You can't remember?
I can't remember. I can't remember. But what now I know is the itchiness that I've continued to have. Yes. So growing up, you know, it was a bit challenging. It has always been because I have always been the different one. And now I started asking, okay, why do I look different? What happened, you know?
At what point did you realize you were different?
I think now when I think getting to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, getting to 10 years now, you realize, okay, there are things you have on you in my arms, and I'm like, ay, ma'am, kwani mbona nyam easy, you know? I'm looking, I'm touching my back, and I'm like, ay, my back is quite rough, ma'am. So isn't nini, you know, all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my hair, and I'm like, no, ma'am, what really happened? So I think now that is when I started to realize I'm honestly different. And what I know is that I never wanted to take pictures, even from a very young age. My dad has always been a photographer. So every time, you know, the pictures, you know, mom, dad, my siblings, I'm the one to take pictures. So as to escape that.
You didn't want to be
No.
in family pictures?
No, I have never. Out of the 1,000 pictures that we have, I think I'm only in 10 or 20 pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So is it because you felt I'm different and I don't want to spoil this picture?
Yes, and also the fact that I didn't like how I was. So for me, it will have been very easy for me to just step out and let everyone who is normal, I used to call myself abnormal or very not normal. So I will rather let, you know, the pictures, let me not spoil the pictures in the frame. And I'm like, I don't even have hair. It was just crazy.
And how was it in school? How did the other students
Wow,
relate?
what a journey. It has been crazy. I hated school. I hated my primary level time. I didn't like school. Because I used to be bullied a lot. I really used to be bullied a lot in primary school, especially with my desk mate.
Desk mate?
Yeah.
The one you sit next to?
Yeah, and he was a boy. This guy used to pull my hair, you know. I didn't have hair actually on the left side of my head until 2011 when I did my tissue expansion surgery. So this kid will always pull my hair, and other kids will call me Kachomeko, you know. That name has stuck with me for a very, very long time. I will never forget that name. So this kid will always pull my hair, and there's this time when I felt enough was enough, and I wanted to fight back. So I remember he sharpened a pencil, like he really sharpened it. So he wanted to stick it to my scar on my head. And now when I was resisting, what he did was he now stuck it on my left hand. So this mark actually, it's because of him. And then he stuck it in my hand, and then now started to pin it and make sure that he broke the pencil in my hand, because I was trying to resist how he used to bully me, or rather what he used to do. And I got tired of, you know, reporting, because...
You used to report to the teacher?
Yeah, I used to, but I think I really honestly just got tired of, you know, wanting, because every other time I'm the one. So for me, I stepped back. So I will really try and take the bullying, you know, just inside me. And every time I will always tell my mom, I know my mom did the best she could at that time, because she really pushed me to be who I am today. And for my mom, every time I will see, Mom, I've been bullied, huyu amenifanyia hivi, amenifanyia hivi. I could see my mom even just wondering how she could honestly help me. There are times I will see it to her face that she has done the best. So even for me, every time trying to report, I think I really also got tired trying to report to my mom also. So for me, I started, trying to encourage myself.
And how old were you?
I think I'm class 5. I don't even remember how.
And how long did it go for?
Well, now you see, when you're going to class 1, you're definitely going to move with the students. So class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, just like that. So luckily, he transferred. But then again, I remained with these other ones who now used to call me Kachomiko. And so my school life, my primary life was just not even interesting. I hated going to school, and I used to wonder, okay, now if this is now primary, what am I looking forward to in high school?
My God.
And you don't even want to imagine high school now was the bomb.
Was it? How?
Yes, because now after primary, of course, now I went to high school, and even in a boarding school, I used to ask myself, or rather used to ask my mom, okay, so how is boarding life? How am I going to cope? Because in my primary life, where we used to live, we used to have a swimming pool. And because of that, I remember I always changed either the first one or the last one. And even if I changed, I will always ask my younger sister and her friend to surround me. And even getting to water was another chaotic, because I will always love to be in a long swimming costume, a long sleeve. And then secondly, because my scars on my back are down up to where, so I will always be in a biker, Yes, so either a biker or, yeah. And now getting to water, I will always make sure that there is no one watching me. So I'll just creep in, sit at the edge. If it's deepened, I will just jump like a mad person and throw the towel. I will actually jump with the towel inside the water so that no one can see my scars.
Yeah.
I used to hide. I really used to hide. So I will literally jump in water with my towel.
Wow.
And then I take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you enjoy swimming?
Yes. So once I'm done, I'll call my sister, please come. So I used to either get 2 towels, the one that I'm jumping in water with, as it dries up, I'm now asking my sister to bring me now another towel so that I can cover myself up.
And this is a public swimming pool. There are other people using it?
Only for the ones who live in the estate.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah. So, but they wouldn't not want to swim because you're there?
No.
Okay.
No, for them, for us now growing up in our neighborhood, it was a bit different. Most of them really loved me because I was a bit different. But some, of course, to other kids, how they are, they will just try to bully you because, if you're trying to get into kati, they're like, no, wengine wako, no, apana, we're not going to choose her. So that's different stages. If it's different stages, different games, some will not allow you, some will allow you. So
yeah. So growing up with all of this, first of all, what was high school like?
My first day in high school, I remember my desk mate now, she woke me up very early in the morning because she's the one who took over. When I came in now, she said, I'm going to, I'm going to stay with her. So she took over, and now she woke me up at 3 a.m. I will never forget that. So she woke me up at 3 a.m. Now this is when the Form 4s are actually even taking a bath, the ablution. So when she woke me up, I was like, wow, God, you really must show me how I'm going to deal with this, because I don't know. And now they're all screaming. I'm wondering, oh, wow, okay.
In the shower?
Yes, so now, okay. I covered myself and now go to the ablution. And I could not I could not remove my panty. Everyone is, you know, everyone is not bathing with a panty. And now this is me. And one of these students, a Form 4, she asked, okay, Sasa, where are you coming from? Okay. So I answered back. And she said, Karibu. And she asked, okay, so why do you have your panties? And I said, Ivo tu. Well, that was the start of drama.
What happened?
She was like, no, we are all girls. And you see, for me, the reason I was having my panty is basically because of my scars. I was trying to hide. And I was in this corner that you could literally not see. You know, you were only seeing the front of me, but not my back. And I told them, I feel comfortable like this. And they were like, hey, ha, 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 ha. You know, now Form 4s. Now tapping up their hands and, no, apana. You must remove your panties. And now my deskmate was like, please, if you don't want drama. Now she's trying to mama at me, telling me, please, if you don't want drama, just remove. And I was like, no, I can't. I cannot.
And this time you're a Form 1.
Yes. It was just a day, my first day, taking even a bath at school. And I became the topic the entire week. The following day I called my mom. I told her, Mom, honestly, I don't want this. Do I honestly have to go to school? Do I? Do I have to go to school? Because now I'm just from different dramas in primary, now another drama, and I really don't want to. So, because I didn't have hair on my left side, so what I used to do is I used to style my hair, one styling the entire ear, just one. And how was it? It will cover up my entire head, so you will not notice. And I will wake up before everyone to style my hair. And if I had to style my hair while other people are there, I will make sure that where my mirror is, where I have situated my mirror, will be where the wall is. So that if I'm styling this other side, you'll only see this. So none of the pupils actually used to know that I have a big scar on my head. But they used to wonder, why was I styling the same style? So they will always ask. And other girls will always want to, you know, either shuka me, you know.
Yes, those weekend things.
Yes.
Oiling hair.
Yes. But I was like, no. But they just used to wonder, you know, they just used to wonder. And why is it that if at all I'm styling my hair and everyone is there, I've positioned myself a certain way. So this kept on going on until I finished.
You want to tell me there's no one in high school who knew what you were struggling with? You didn't have a best friend?
Even with the person that I called my best friend, she didn't even know. In fact, she actually came to know recently.
What?
Yes, just Juicy, when I shared that video.
Yes.
Yeah, because I actually posted it on my Facebook and I said, I know this will come as a shocker to many of you, especially those who thought knew me, but it's just time.
Yeah, the one that you sent me the other day.
Yes. That video, I posted it for the first time. I took it a month ago, but I kept on holding it. I didn't want to. I really kept on holding it because my husband was like, okay, so you've taken this video and I love the courage you've possessed, but I want you to share it. And I said, no, I'm not going to share it. And he said, okay, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it, and I'm not going to tell you when. So I thought, okay, I don't want to be surprised, let me just do it.
Oh, wow. So how did you end up resolving the bathing situation in high school?
I didn't actually resolve it because I used to hide. You know, either I'm one of the first few people who will take a shower very early in the morning or late at night. So yes.
Oh my God.
And even if I used to take shower when other people are also taking, I'll make sure where I'm taking a shower, I'm blocked. No one can come near me. Yeah, so I was very cautious actually. My mind, everything that I used to do was very, very, like, I was strategic in everything. When taking a shower, I used to know where my space is, and if I will find someone, I will wait
to go to that particular space.
Yes, because that space was, quite nice.
Yeah.
And it had a wall, so I will always make sure where I am, there's a wall. So because if I face like this, no one can see my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the burns and the scars are on your back?
Mostly on my back, and on my head, and now my hands.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
my arms here, and now my face.
Yeah. So, and they couldn't look at your face and know that you are burnt?
Of course they used to, but now what probably used to get them wanting to ask more is what happened, because no one has ever asked me actually in high school what really happened, other than the bullying part that kept on going on in Form 1.
Yes.
But no one had ever asked me, not even the teachers.
Yeah.
So it's something that I will say I was quite honored, because every time someone will ask me what happened, it really sort of triggers something in me, and I will try to avoid as much as possible. So for them never to ask me, even my best friend, so I think that was fair enough for me.
Yeah, you felt at least it was more peaceful than primary school.
Yes, it was. Other than the incident that was in ablution, nothing really, no incident has ever happened again.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll continue with your story. Right after this commercial break, we want to know how Sharlet has been impactful to other burn survivors. So don't go too far. Welcome back. This is What's Your Story? My name is Catherine Mwangi. Today we have Sharlet Kamzungu, who's a photographer by profession and also a burnt survivor warrior.
Oh yeah.
And you call yourself a warrior.
Yes, I'm not a victim.
I love it. That's where it comes from.
Yes, I am not a victim. I am a survivor, You have to find something to pull through.
What was that thing for you that you found that pulled you through, encouraged yourself?
So in 2011, when I now went for my first surgery, because growing up, I used to say, you know what, when I grow up, I want to do surgeries, I don't want to remain like this. I want to see myself different. So I will always admire. I will always admire. I will just see myself different. I will visualize myself differently. So growing up, I used to say, surgeries, will be my thing. So I started in 2011.
So what the surgeries were for? What exactly? What were you treating?
So I wanted to get rid of my scar that was on my head, first of all. So I went to Kijabe, and I realized that they could do it. So, but I didn't know, or rather they did not tell me how the stages are going to be. So we started off, we kicked off tissue expansion. Now tissue expansion is they put a tube in your head. And yeah, yes, so I had a tube in my head, and this tube will be insulated every week. So you can imagine every week going to Kijabe. And back then in 2011, the road was horrific.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
They had not taken me through this procedure to be prepared mentally. I thought it's just surgery. Okay, let's just do it.
Uh-huh.
But
and you
now,
are going every week?
But now even before, when we started actually the first day to theater, after now they shaved my hair, they realized that I had 2 pimples where now they were supposed to cut. Now, what did this mean? This meant that I had, can imagine, I've just in anesthesia, and they've already started the procedure, they've cut my hair, and then now they realize that no, we cannot continue because of this pimple. So we have to take her back. I am in tubes. When I woke up, I was in pain. I could not talk because of the tubes that were inserted in my throat. I could not eat. I could not. All I remember is I could just say, Jesus. In a very small, and the nurse that I had was very, very good. I loved her because she would hold my hand and tell me, you've got to pull through. Because I woke up even in the middle of, and I would see stars. Yeah, I remember seeing stars, and I'm like, Jesus, what is all this?
You are seeing stars, and yeah, even I would see some planets.
I'm like, wait, where am I? And then now she took me now to my ward, and then she kept on holding my hand. I just kept on calling that name. I kept on calling that name. And then I'm touching my head. I'm like, wait, where did you guys take my hair?
They hadn't told you we will cut your hair, and then after that we will...
No, and this is what I'm saying. They had not prepared me, like mentally. Of course, I knew the surgery will be in my head, but I didn't know they will cut my hair.
I see what
so
you mean.
now I don't have hair, and then she's like telling me, okay, we had to bring you back because Ebu touch here. You see this pimple? It might really be something different, so we will rather treat it first.
A pimple?
Yeah, we will rather treat it, but they couldn't. You see, now it's surgery. This is surgery, so they had to treat it. Now I've been given 3 days to try and treat this pimple because it might even bring an infection later.
Yes, actually,
now
yes.
you get it.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So now what they did, I was given 3 days. Now these 3 days, I had quite a very painful medicine that they were inserting in me. I will literally dread. So every morning, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., I will see the nurse coming to where I am, and I would want to run. This dawa was very painful. Ilikuwa inaingia kwa blood, and I will scream. I will scream. It was so painful.
It was meant to heal what? The pimple?
Yes, to dry it also. So after 3 days, I went back. Mind you, I can't even eat, first of all. I cannot eat, I can't drink. And I kept on asking my nurse, okay, now I can't eat, I can't do anything. Coming back again, will I experience the same thing? I told them, I don't want this. I think I made a mistake. I didn't know what I wanted, but ushanyolewa, everything is set. So she just said, no, you just have to pull through.
So wait, so you would leave hospital and go home, or you were admitted in hospital?
After now the surgery was done, I will leave hospital, come to Nairobi, every week go back to Kijabe.
And for that week you're not able to eat? Like the throat was still very dry?
No, after now the surgery was done, I think they did something and I was now able to eat. So now once the surgery was done, there was a tube in my head. Now they did the fastest of incision. So they tried to put, I don't know what it's called, inakaka maji. Nikame hii maji ya kuwekwa drip. Yeah, so that's what they used to do. So here they will always insert. So now depending on how I will hold up, I will do 10 to 15 the cc's. So I will do 10 to 15. Nikisikia 10, my head is really tight, I will say no. I think, so they will tell me, let us know when you're starting to feel the expansion, because you see, as you're putting the incision, right? So see, the tube is expanding so that we can create an extra skin.
Wait, the tube is inside your head?
Yes, inside my head. So the tube was to create an extra layer of skin. So the tube was like this.
Inserted through here?
Yes, so it was here, and then there was a pipe going on to up to here. This was the tube. This is where the tube was. So the tube was flat. It's like a balloon.
Okay.
So every week they will do the incision here. So it expand. When it will expand, it will create more extra skin, so that once they remove it, once they have found the skin they wanted, so once they remove it, now they will pull it up and cover my scars up to now here, where now you're seeing my hair. This was horrific. If I knew what I was putting myself into, I really wouldn't have. But thank God, Kijabe, the nurses were really, really encouraging. And now that is where I met now the wife to Mark Masai.
Okay.
Then she wasn't. She's called Fiona. She was loving. She will come and, you know, encourage us, pray with us. She actually used to work in Kijabe. She will pray with us and keep on encouraging us. You know what? This is not the end. And when even you come out of hospital, things are going to get better. So I loved her. I loved all the nurses that God had given me, because sometimes you just don't even take it for granted.
It's true.
The people you have surrounding you.
It's
so
true.
I had a very impactful, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long was that process? Surgery, healing?
Now for 3 months and a half, I will go to Kijabe for my tube to be, or rather for my balloon to be. So
this what you're calling a balloon. When you leave, they would remove it? Because it's been...
No. It was in my head for 3.5 months.
And this time you have anesthesia? Or...
No, imagine, no. Venye tu tuko hivi.
Your threshold for pain must be very, very high.
That time, there's nothing like anesthesia. No. This is real. Like, nurse anakuja, okay, are you ready? Try to rub it here kidogo with the spirit, and then, okay, let's do this.
Would you scream?
I think I got used to it.
You got used to it?
Yeah, there was no other choice. I got used to it. Actually, I really got used to it. So every time she will come, at least before, try and encourage me, we pray, and then hold her hand, and then let's do this. So once the 10 cc is done, she will tell me, okay, how are you feeling? I'm like, okay, I think we can continue kidogo. But now when I say continue kidogo, I'm like, okay, 5. Let's do 1. Let's see how it is. Is it tight? Now when it got to either 10, 12, 13, my head will really be very tight, extremely tight. And I'm like, okay, I think this is enough. Yeah, so that's now another drama now coming back. You see, now the road is crazy. And every time I will always get into a matatu, because I used to use a matatu. There is no other way you will come to Kijabe. So I used to use a matatu, and I will tell the driver, unaweza nisaidia? Niko na kitu ingine hapa kwa kichwa, and venye mnaendeshanga, huwa mnaendesha vibaya sana. Ananiambia, si, ni barabara. But you see, for them, they want to hurry up so that they can also again come back. So there are times I will get someone who will understand me. And there are times that, sasa madam, because I will, the entire 1.5 hours, I'm just like this, kwa gari.
Holding your head.
And those bumps, I will literally cry. Now, Aki, please, just try to understand me. Iyo uchungu nasikia kwa kichwa, anambia, sasa sushuke basi ama ulete taxi.
What?
So jiode taxi basi madam kama unataka comfort.
Because they didn't know what you're going through, right?
But every time I will try and explain to them, yeah, so that at least when they're even driving, they will consider me. So every week also, I will dread to even go to Kijabe and come back. And I used to ask them, is there a way I can stay here? But they said, now, you can't stay here for like 3 months. And, you know, and I said, okay, I'm really going to try. I'm really going to fight this.
What saw you through that period? Because what you're describing is not easy.
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's just God. To be honest, I don't know.
I
Because
think so
that was in 2011. 2010, I just lost my mom. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. If I don't know. I cannot take credit for anything. I want to believe it's just God. Because I didn't want to do it. I was also trying to heal my mom, you know. And now this surgery, I'm wondering, okay, what in the world did I get myself into? And I just had to. You know, my dad kept on telling me, now ushaanza. There is no other. There is no other.
Yeah.
So every time I will come back, my dad will find me home. How was it? You know, my siblings also. Like, okay. So my dad will try and, oh, today it's a bit tight. How did you hold up? I don't know.
My God.
Yeah.
It's that name you would call when you see stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. So every time my sister will be like, wow, okay, leo, hey, leo umejaribu. Today is really tight. Are you okay? How are you feeling? Are you having a headache? Like, well, yeah, but itaisha tu. You know, so after 2 days, my head will now start to be quiet.
Yeah, normalized.
Yeah, yes. After 2 days, I will now try to go back to my normal, you know, my normal head.
Yeah.
And then I'm wondering, okay, after 2 days, and then I'm also remembering after 3 to 4 days, I'm also going back again. So
my God. So did you go through more surgeries after that?
No way. No, I said no, I don't want this. You know what? Actually, after that, this friend of my sister, she said, her mom, she has a friend who is coming. She's also a burn survivor, and she's coming to Kenya. She's called Kelly. Do you mind meeting up with her? I said, no, I don't mind. So now that is after now the surgery, after now they've removed the tube, and I still have it. I still have that tube.
The tube?
Yes, I still have it. I don't know where it is.
Defects?
No. It's no. It's more or less like a silicone.
So
I have it, but I don't know where it is. So when she told me that this friend of mine, her mom, she has a friend, and I will want you to meet her. She's also a burn survivor. I said, I don't mind. And now this was my turning point, because when Kelly came to Kenya, it was during Sinai. So when Kelly came, she was, I will say, she is burnt more than I am. And Kelly was wearing long sleeve, and I would wonder, oh my, I want to be like her. You know, I want to be like her, but I just didn't know how.
Yeah.
So the first time meeting Kelly, I was all covered up. I was all covered up, and I saw her. I was like, wow, Kelly, I just want to be you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? This is how I cover myself. Living even in Mombasa, just try to imagine. Mkenda ushago iyo joto yote.
Yeah.
So for Kelly, now she started talking to me, and now this is where now my mission also was brought up.
Amazing story.
Akuna. So. And then now this was in 2011. In 1998, did I just jump that story? In 1998, my sisters and I went to do what? Tulienda kupanda mti. There was this guy who will come to the bus with some fruits. And we used to wonder, kwani wewe anatoa wapi? So when we asked him, unatoanga wapi hizi mti? Where we lived, he said the tree. So we said, on Saturday, instead of going for swimming, twende tupande mti. And yeah, we went actually. My sister, my friend, and I, we went, 3 of us, girls. We went to the tree. Actually, it was Lookwards.
Oh, Lookwards, yes, the yellow ones. Yes.
Yeah, we went there. The tree wasn't tall, imagine. That tree was actually just like here, the entire tree. My sister was up, my friend was up. So Mimi, I didn't climb up to the top. So what I did, I just started to eat the fruits while I'm not that far from the top. And guess what? I tripped.
Jeez. When you're standing?
Yes, I just tripped. And tripping, my legs landed in between a branch. You don't even want to imagine what happened.
What?
Yes.
It was trapped in there?
No, my legs were in between. I was in between a branch. my legs. I was in between a branch, and this branch actually literally got inside me. I felt a prick, but I thought, okay, nimesikia kakitu imeingia huko ndani, but nikaambia sistangu, nimedungwa. But we continued. So now getting down the tree, and my sister tells me, wait, you have blood. Ati? I'm like, what? Blood? Blood imetoka wapi? Now this was in 1988. Now, doing this, yeah, my hand was red. And guess what? I ran home like a mad person. I ran home. I literally ran. And then kwetu there's a place, kuna mtaro. So because I didn't want to go kwa nyumba fast, I went and washed myself kwa mtaro. So that thinking that the blood will stop. Mind you, I washed myself, and then these chunks of blood I'm removing. I was shocked. I started to cry. I was screaming. Now I ran to the house. When I went to the bathroom and removed, and I sat on a basin. When I sat on a basin, the basin was
blood.
It was just, I sat on a blood, you know, and I called my mom screaming. So I actually ruptured my uterus. Yes. So because the chunks that I was removing.
And now you have a baby through the ruptured uterus, or it was fixed? How do you fix a uterus? I don't know.
Yeah, clearly. So getting to hospital, they're insisting that I've also been raped. So guess what? To theater. And now theater, now this is now where they find the branch that ilingeka kwa muko ndani.
You ran all the way from the tree to the mtaro, to your mother's house.
Yes.
You are not feeling pain?
Oh, no, the adrenaline was so much. Let me tell you, that blood that I saw clearly gave me that energy to literally run home, because I could not walk. I just couldn't imagine, what am I seeing? Wow. And then I'm getting home, my mom is like, I've been raped. I'm like, what is
yes,
it, Mom?
Yes.
So by then I was not in pain.
Yeah. Huh.
I was not in pain. Getting to hospital, I remember even nakumbuka, we were actually dragged to kumbuka going to a theater when I was not in pain. But now I remember waking up, I'm in ICU. When I woke up now, I'm in actually ICU. I remember waking up, my mom was in PPEs. Yeah, and the machine, ting, ting, ting. And I'm like, okay, so clearly this was serious. Yeah, I remember waking up in ICU, and it was a hall that time. I remember it was a hall, yeah.
Sharlet, you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. But now you have a beautiful family and a baby. You just spoke about them.
Two
babies. Girl.
My first one is 2 years, my second one is 1 year.
Amazing.
Yes.
How did you meet your husband?
We actually used to live together in the same hood.
Ah, okay. Okay, nice.
So yeah, we used to live together. So we reconnected back on social media, and it was just...
Your story is powerful. So those who want to help burn survivors, what are those small things we can do?
Well, ever since COVID hit, I've not gone back there, but I am always in contact with burn survivors, and especially when I shared my video, I realized that wow, I have really touched lives. But you see, as much as you've touched, it has to be quite tangible, you know. So there are some parents who will want me to go and visit, you know, now the school of these children who have gotten burnt, and try and literally explain to them what it is, how I went through it, and how they can honestly help these children. So for me, I've really taken that initiative to wanting to see other burn survivors helped, and I am looking forward to having my foundation. I am honestly looking forward. It is my desire to have a burn foundation where now I will be able to help, especially children who are not able to cater for surgeries. This is where I really want to come in. This is my calling. This is really my calling, and I want not only even to help the burn survivors, but also help the caregivers. Because if the caregiver is not prepared also, Now this is another thing. You need to help first the caregiver, so that once they understand how it is to take care of a survivor, the healing process becomes easier. Yeah, because if the caregiver doesn't even know how to handle this person, especially for those who have really gotten burnt and disfigured, I will call, yes. So this is someone who used to take care of themselves, but now it is you to take care of them. So if you're not also prepared mentally how to take care of this person, the healing process becomes very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only wish you the best with your foundation. I think you have a lot to give.
Yeah, true.
A lot to give based on what your life experiences have been. But I really appreciate you sharing your story. You seem very strong. You have a very strong internal willpower. That's what I'm looking for, willpower. You have the willpower to want to live.
Yes. Yeah. And want to see others live, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so looking really forward to this journey.
I see. So for those watching and they're burnt survivors and they see themselves as victims, could you tell them how they can reach you?
Yeah, my number is 0713-155596. Please, if you are out there wanting to talk to someone, I am here. I have gone through it. I know what it is to be, to be in a place where you don't know what to do, but I am here. If there is a way I can be of help, I will be glad to.
Repeat the number.
0713-155596.
Okay. Miss Kamzungu, thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you too for having me.
Thank you. And to you watching, thank you so very much. The show repeats Wednesdays at 7 in the morning, so in case you caught this halfway or you just want to watch the story again, Wednesday at 7 we are on, and immediately after this, find it on YouTube. God bless you.
Sarova Stanley Hotel is located in the heart of Nairobi. Sarova Stanley is the hallmark of heritage. Home to some of Kenya's finest antiques and rich history, the hotel offers an array of services including accommodation, conferencing, as well as an eclectic mix of fine dining and quick food options. Sarova Stanley Hotel features a pool terrace and 3 restaurants, including the Pool Deck Restaurant serving alfresco buffet-style meals, the Thorntree Cafe, which is an open-air bistro-style cafe, and Tai Chi, offering authentic Thai cuisine. The Exchange Bar, where the Nairobi Stock Exchange was financially launched, is an elegantly decadent plush lounge bar perfect for your meetings and a relaxing evening to unwind. Every Friday morning, we serve you the best of Swahili breakfast at Thorntree Cafe, while every Friday afternoon, we treat our guests to a sumptuous meat market barbecue at Pool Deck Restaurant. Visit Sarova Stanley today for refreshing African hospitality.